Hello everybody, my name is ASM. Welcome back to Let's Play Hearts of Iron 4's Mexico. Let us continue on from where we last left off. So last time we failed at attacking the Panama Canal because I had no idea how the event would actually work. And I'm dumb. That's basically the answer to that question. 2. Who's unassigned? Why are you guys unassigned? My second point is going to be we're going to try to attack the United States. In 47 days, we'll have a bunch of territory. Yeah, we won't be able to integrate these places anytime soon. Panama Canal and Belize. Those are definitely not going to become core states in the future. Are we actually getting Panama as well? We are, even though we actually don't have it annexed. There's also a civil war right now in New Zealand. Oh, let me zoom in. Thank you. Everyone, they all have terrible flags. Every single one of them. Every single one of these imperialist nations just have the worst flags in the world. Okay, so now, Italy's now part of the Central Powers. They're still very fascist, but, the king is back in charge. Like, I don't see any way that the Central Powers can lose. I mean, there's got the European Union, but I don't think there's ever going to be any war between them. Like, do you have a CB against them? Like, you don't. You don't. So I still don't think war is going to break out in Europe. It just really seems like it's not going to happen anytime soon. Or at all. Okay, so they're getting the Manhattan Project. No, a bit dangerous, to say the least. So are you just conquer, focus, war goal against the United States? Political power minus 300. So does that actually give us a casus belli on them? Yeah, it gives us the war goal. And I mean, it's going to take another 70 days, but... And I would imagine a massive mobilization on our border. Hopefully by both our allies and... You know, basically just our allies. Hopefully they actually try to help us out. And as soon as... Transfer lands to the church. Stability goes down, but consumer factories go down. Incite tensions. Oh, internal enemies, that's fine. I thought that might have been trying to get a war started with the United States, which is what I want. I want there to be a war here. Can we beat the United States? I mean, probably not. They outnumber us quite a lot. Like, at the very beginning of the campaign, we are, like, basically even with how many troops the United States has. Now they are just a massive giant. So who knows? Oh no, you have your focus tree back. Oh, because they won the Civil War, does that mean they actually have the CBs again? I guess so. I guess as soon as you win the Civil War, you get your old focus tree back. Which is interesting. I didn't know that's how it works, but okay. It looks like the French and Italians are actually supporting the Japanese People's Republic against the Soviet Union. Again, the islands... You get that from Greece? Okay, so they were already doing the focus. That's why it's still going through, even though they don't actually meet the requirements anymore. I mean, okay, if any other country, nationalist Spain. Is it these islands here? Okay, it is those islands. So Italy might actually start the war with Germany and France and everybody by trying to demand these islands in the Mediterranean Sea. Not how I imagined the war would have happened, but okay. These 4 infantry divisions can go onto that front. And let us try to get our casus belli against the United States. That is definitely going to mean the United States is going to send a lot of troops on the borders. Because it's, you know, it sees that we are war plan red. So the United States is also planning for a war against the British. So this is going to be the major war. And also maybe against the French too. The United States might actually join the European Confederacy. I think that's entirely possible. Or they're going to join with the Commonwealth of Nations. It's one of the two. Yes, we got German divisions up here. They're probably going to take the rest of Auckland and North Island. You know, we'll see how it all goes. Okay, but it looks like they are soon going to actually take over South Africa. They have one division defending. As soon as that city falls, I really think that should be the end of the country. I don't like how all the AI is sending like so many troops up over here, but wait, the Americans are abandoning the front line. Wait, are they? No, I guess they're just in training mode or something because they are not really doing anything. I mean, you guys can exercise as well. You gain 2.29% experience, so maybe we can actually get them all up to green, which is probably going to be needed for a war effort. We can, yeah, again, just completely ignore El Salvador because they are a big, scary, scary country, and I don't want to fight them. And we have all these guys down here. You still don't want to, you know... Wait, no, we're in a faction actually now. Would the Invite Brazil work? Oh, wait, no, again, that... Never mind, you need one of these two. So never mind, we can't invite Brazil to anything. Oh, Brazil. Okay, so when is this going to happen? And is this actually going to spark a war? Because with French backing, Italy or Spain might think they can fight the Italians, but even then, like, I really don't see... I mean, they have a big army. Fascist France is really, really militarized. I see Germany has no troops on this border. Germany would just get steamrolled if anything bad happened. It would be an absolute mess. Apparently I'm still not considered a major nation. This is insulting, by the way. I'm absolutely a major nation in this war. And to say otherwise, just, you know, it's offensive. But I think they actually might get to war. And I think the French are just going to steamroll through Germany because Germany doesn't have any troops on their border. I mean, Poland has troops, and Lithuania and stuff have troops. So Poland's really going to have to be the first line of defense and maybe even the last line of defense against the French. If Spain doesn't just capitulate to the Italians, which they shouldn't do. I'm not even have a drink because my throat is very dry. Okay, so New Zealand has capitulated. That is good news for us. We have also gotten a new technology. So it's 1941. You know, that's fine. Make our infantry as good as possible for an upcoming war against the Americans. The Imperial New Zealand has won out the day. No divisions, fantastic. One division on you. You got 4 divisions. Really, you know, you guys have really been helping out a lot here. There's so many troops just kind of... Oh, no, okay, apparently they just gave them up. They just said, here, you can have them. So, good work there, guys. Again, no, I just don't think a war is going to happen. Again, Britain, how have you not done this? Italy's just fighting against Yugoslavia. That's fine. I mean, Yugoslavia's in a faction by themselves. They can't actually do anything. How long until that's done? May 3rd of 1940. Okay, so like May. So quite a while. And again, they're in their own faction. Like, I don't think they can actually leave their own faction to try to get support from anyone else. Like, if they were not in a faction, they would probably join like the Comintern, and then Russia would get doubly screwed over because they're already losing against these guys. Having to fight the entirety of the Central Powers as well would actually just, I think, be devastating towards them. 3.7. So we lose almost 2 million men. China's like basically lost nobody. Like in comparison to the amount of casualties they've inflicted, they're doing quite well for themselves. Let's get some more technologies. Get our research speed a little bit faster. England literally just walk across the border. It's not even a challenge. Just walk a little bit. Like they only have 7 divisions. You have more than that in this small tiny area. I can tell you that. Did our cores get finished yet? Okay, yeah, they must have, because they're gone. So are you now cores? You are fantastic. I think our manpower is just all getting added up to our manpower pool, because like we haven't lost any troops right now. Unless it's already all been added, which doesn't seem likely, but we need 20. Okay, and be at war. Probably with the United States would get us up there. Again, just Britain, South Africa, anybody, please do a little bit better this time. If we're going, on El Salvador, we're not going to press that. I don't care about this at the moment. Don't really care about any of this. Or convoys, 50 support equipment, sure, why not? Again, Belgium, I think your priorities here are a little bit messed up. Because we're not actually on the same side. Even though I'm a democracy, we're not actually on the same side. Fortification effort. Like, do you have a way to attack the French? Go after France. I mean, they can. It's an option for them. Befriend Turkey. Befriend Greece. Claims on Turkey. But I think they're just going to attack the... how many troops do you have? 60 to 73 divisions. Not a ton of manpower, but what can you do? And the Italians are getting ready for an offensive against the Americans. So at least somebody understands my plan here. Okay, you guys actually don't need to be exercising anymore. Just get your organization back up. Okay, it looks like Italy has sent a decent amount of troops to come support on the southern border. But we need more troops on the northern border. Like, are you coming towards us or are you going away from us? You're going away from us. Which is not great, to say the least. 4 days and then we can attack the United States. Which I guess we're just going to do, like, right away. No, we're not. We're going to wait until you capitulate. So when you capitulate, that war will just be over. And the United States will not join a faction. That's not saying that the United States isn't going to join a faction immediately afterwards. You know, that's a possibility. We're not going to do any of these claims quite yet. 1 civilian factory. I mean, it's not a lot, but I think it's better than anything we can do at the moment. South Africa's capitulated. So at midnight tomorrow, the war should be over. Oh yeah, because these are actually cores. Yeah, that's fantastic. Okay, so now that war plan Ruby, are you going to attack the... Is Ruby India? War plan Scarlet Garnet. War plan Yellow, war plan Orange. Well, let's just attack the United States first. Call allies. America! I mean, you're doing war plan Ruby. You're planning on attacking the United States or India anyway, so... So if anything, you brought this upon yourself. Can I move troops anywhere forward? The United States to join the European Union. Well, I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense. I just wasn't expecting them to really get involved. The European Union? Real? I mean, it does something. Allows these guys to actually do something. I'm just hoping. Are you part of that faction? You are. Am I at war with all of you? No, they haven't been called into the war quite yet. But again, it does let the Polish and Lithuanians do something. I'm like tripping over all of my words right now. Yeah, so they're now getting called into the war. The United States can focus attention to the north. Like, what's your actual issue right now? The river crossing. Can I actually try to push in a little bit? I want all of my operations to be very safe. And not take massive casualties, and if I can avoid it. Norway's getting called into the war now. So this, okay, now this is World War II. Kind of. So you guys don't attack. Like, clearly these plans are not working. Oh, it's just been called into the war. We're pushing a little bit up here. You guys are pushing a little bit down here. What we need is more German, British troops. Yeah, they're going to take over Canada. Not a huge surprise, to say the least. Yeah, then all of the European forces can rally together. We're going to crush democracy. Mexico will be the only democracy on Earth by the time this war is over. And that is the way I intend for it to be. I mean, you know, it's silly, but what can you do? Is anyone else actually a democracy? Like, how many people are democracies right now in the world? Bangladesh, Burma. Okay, well, there'll be some democracies left. But I'm at war with a decent chunk of them. We have Lend-Lease actually with Belgium. Belgium's not even in the war yet. So the Polish decided to do anything? I mean, yeah, they're sending troops around. But, like, how many men do you have? You have 18 to 34 divisions, 2021. Switzerland, 12 to 29. 9 to 13. So we're looking at 5.5 million against half of that. And a vast majority of this is coming from the United States itself. Apparently, Italy's already lost 19,000 troops. Good work there, guys. I was about to already lost 5k. We're not... No, we are at war. Okay, then never mind. I don't understand. We've almost pushed our way across the river here. So I don't think blue's going to get anything done. We've marched one territory in. Again, not really saying too much. But if you can push up here, you know, give us at least a little bit of inroads into Texas. 12,000. You know, how many men have we lost? 8,000 so far already. 9.6 thousand. Again, it's not looking great. I think we really just gotta, like, dock the Navy. I think we already lost the Navy. Submarine Wolfpack. This is an entirely new screen, so it's scary and I don't want to look at it. But I do think it's going to be a good time to end this one video. So thanks for watching. My name is Anthem. If you enjoyed, give it a thumbs up. If not, do it, thumbs down. Remember to subscribe, and goodbye.